I feel the one word for Kraftshala would be worth. So when I say worth in terms of money, also worth in terms of my time also which I invested, and worth in terms of my learnings also. Yeah, it was very worthy. Hi, I'm Charu Kulshreshtha. Right now, I'm interning with ExtraaEdge as a performance marketer, where I'm primarily taking care of SEO. Before this, I enrolled in this MLP program of Kraftshala, and this gave me the new wings to start SEO. Yeah, I did BCom. After that, I suddenly had interest in flying, so I applied for cabin crew in Indigo and fortunately got selected. So I flew with Indigo for 2 years and had been to many beautiful places all around, even in India, international destinations as well. And I was quite enjoying my journey throughout. However, I got laid off last year due to the current pandemic. So when I was laid off, honestly, at that point in time, I was really chill. I'm like, ठीक है, abhi COVID is there. After some time, we'll get hired again because that's what Indigo promised. So I was like, ठीक है, abhi ke liye I'll go back to my hometown. I'll chill with my family. I'll meet my friends. So even till January or February, I was quite okay about it, and I was really just waiting for my job to come back. But after February, second wave came. That's when I realized this COVID thing is very recurring in nature, and there's no certainty about aviation industry at that point in time. Being at home for 6 months or so was good, but at some point you feel unemployed, you feel you're not doing anything as such. So I thought about upskilling myself at that point, and that's when I thought that I need to switch gears now. I need to switch to something else. And I was a bit confused. I was thinking about pursuing MBA, but because of the pandemic, there weren't any offline colleges going on, and an online MBA is not that worthy. So I was just a little confused how I should go about it. And fortunately, that's when I encountered this ad of Kraftshala, wherein they had an MLP program. And if I enroll in it, after 3 months, I was assured an internship. So I thought it's a very good platform to learn something. So I thought, okay, I'll enroll for this program and we'll see how it goes. Even then, I was a bit confused ki what kind of online program this will be and how does online education go. But the kind of promises that Kraftshala had, like you can review the program for some weeks, you can even get your refund for that matter. So I thought there's no risk in trying at least. And when I started that, it was so engrossing. It was like really, really fascinating to see how digital media works. So yeah, I was all engrossed into that. And I'm blessed that I was encountered with that right. Honestly, for the first 2 weeks, it was a bit difficult. With my job was never a laptop job. It was a people job. So sitting in front of laptop for so many hours was a little difficult. But then when Facebook ads started, I was so fascinated that, okay, dude, the kind of ads we see come like this. It was really interesting. And even the projects which we used to do. So suddenly I just got engrossed in the projects and in this module so well that I didn't even realize that 4 weeks were over and we were asked, how is it? And I'm like, awesome. I'm actually enjoying it because I'm learning so much new over here. So my 3 months actually just passed by like that, learning something or the other, getting to know so many different things here and there. And right after those 3 months, the placement started. And after the placements, I got placed in ExtraaEdge, which is in Pune. And after that, yeah, again a new journey. So life is just going on like that, learning, and grasping. So yeah. Okay, so if I talk about my transformation before the journey, it will be in the two phases. One would be the human skills and the other would be the functional. If I talk about the functional skills, so marketing, what we studied in our BCom was marketing in general, but over here I learned more about digital marketing. I gained a lot from the functional aspects. And talking about the human skills, so I was a cabin crew earlier. Anyways, my interpersonal skills were good. I was used to interact with so many people on day-to-day basis. But when we talk about the recruitment things, so if I look at my CV before joining Kraftshala and if I look at now, it's completely different and it has such a huge difference. Earlier, my CV used to be 2 pages, but after coming to Kraftshala, that's when our human skill trainer Kajal and Sumona told us ki this is how you should describe your points in CV. And also we learned what to prioritize, what not to prioritize, how to tell things in your CV. So that was a huge difference. Okay, so if I talk about my previous learning, one of the extensive training which I remember was of Indigo. We were trained for 3 months. And when people think about training, they think they teach us about makeup, they teach us about service. But honestly, that is just a 15-day thing. For rest of the days, you're actually trained on the safety and emergency procedures. So you have to learn a lot about aircraft, about the safety instructions, what you do to fight with fire. That was very extensive. But that sort of training was a training wherein we used to mostly learn it on our own. There wasn't anyone to tell me how to do announcements or what to learn, what not to learn. But in Kraftshala, it was more of a practical thing. And we used to work in groups. So this was very, very different for me because even in colleges, you generally work in groups, but that is more of your friend circle. That you know a few people, you'll hang out with them and you'll make your projects and it will be sorted. But in Kraftshala, we randomly used to get groups. So it's not always कि एक ही चार ही लोग हैं उन्हीं के साथ करना है. We always had new people, especially in human skills, and we'll interact with them, we'll make a new bond, and then we'll create our project. And our deadlines used to be very, very specific. If they say today 4 p.m., it is 4 p.m. You can't be late. So if you actually work on your project together and you learn how to collab with everyone, with different people from different places. I had people who earlier had experience who'll say we know things. I'll also have people who won't have experience. So to collab with them, to keep your point, to understand their point, this is all what I learned in Kraftshala in terms of the learning experience which I had. So working with my batchmates was one of the pleasure which I had. Fortunately, everyone was really nice and welcoming, and everyone had different sort of styles. So there would be times when there will be conflict, but I was fortunate enough that most of the times I had really nice people who were there and we collectively used to come at one decision and go about it. Not always our project used to be best. It used to depend. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. But the kind of learnings which we used to gain, and even after a session was over, we used to call up, ki, yeah, this is what we thought, we should have done it this way. Or if it worked out, see, we were right, it worked out, we rocked. So this is how beautiful the journey was and beautiful that bond was. And even after the sessions, we used to sometimes G-chat with each other that how your CV is going, what all are you putting, what all should I put. So we never met each other because we are in an online classroom. But somewhere we felt that we are buddies and we know each other, and even we celebrated birthdays for that matter on video call. So yeah, it was a very beautiful journey. I still miss that. So when I met Expert for the first time, I remember it was telling us he launched this product and this is how he launched it. This is what worked. This is what not worked. And I was so fascinated that, okay, I'm learning from the real experiences, and what can be best than learning from the experiences of someone who have had them. So that was really nice. And if I talk about one expert, so honestly, I really liked all of them. But if I have to choose one, then Ayush, who was one of the experts from SEO. When SEO started, I was not very much confident about SEO. And that's when Ayush came into the picture. He very patiently told us what are the things we should focus more, what are the things we should not focus. And also very importantly, we were doing things. So we knew we have to check for these errors. But why exactly are we doing that? The reasons why we are doing, and when we understand the reason, we also understand what should we do further. So that's what I really liked about Ayush, that he very patiently told us all. Also, he intentionally gave us a very challenging task for our SEO projects. We somehow did the project, and then he told us where exactly we lacked. And I agree, we all lacked somewhere over then. But it was so nice of him that he intentionally gave us one of the challenging projects so that we learn from it. And that's what I really liked about it, because he pushed us to achieve the excellence. So yeah, so that's when also I learned a lot. And even after my internship, I was a bit stuck with the SEO part, so I needed support. And Kraftshala said that they'll connect me to one of the experts, and I was blessed that Ayush was there. And then he literally took 1.5 hours and he explained me everything about SEO in my company, which has happened so far, in the action plan which I should follow going further. So that was really nice. And even now on LinkedIn, if someday I get stuck and I don't know what to do next, I sometimes send him screenshots and I'm like, what should I do next? And he very patiently guides me. So yeah, he's one of them. So when we were told that we'll go for human skills, I was okay with it because I thought that functional part is anyways very heavy, so it's okay to get human skills in between and get a little breather types. And initially it was easy for me because they were telling about few of the communication things which I was already aware about, but still I was enjoying the process because Kajal was there and she's such a sweet soul. The way she speaks, it's very inspiring. So I used to observe and try to inculcate something if possible. But yeah, she was very sweet. So initially it was like that, and I thought that human skills will be something that I'm already good with it and I won't need it that much, but let it be. There's a class and I'll attend it, it's fine. And I also used to get a chance to interact with my peers in that class. So I was cool about it. But later, after I think 4 weeks, this recruitment part came in, where then they trained us how we should appear for placements, how we should create our CVs. And that's when I saw the huge difference, which I need to cover up for in terms of my CV, in terms of my interview answers. I know how to speak, but I didn't know what to speak or the way it should be put together. So it was really nice of them that they introduced us with really amazing concepts of storytelling, of CV creation. And honestly, in starting, we used to feel we have already put our strengths, we have already put things. Now, what else they want? But they used to push us. They used to ask us to make loom recordings, or they'll ask experts to actually judge us and let us know where do we lack. So when they used to give us feedback, that's when we used to realize that this is lacking and we need to cover this up. So that was really, really amazing for me. And at the end, fortunately, we were able to achieve that excellence of human skills, of CV, of interview answers, all of that. So a big thanks to them for our placement process. One thing I really want to tell you is just trust the process. I know in beginning you'll feel it's hectic, you'll feel it's exhausting, but trust me, if you are engrossed and you're actually willing to learn, you will learn and you won't get a better platform to learn in such a short span of time. Even when I'm interning with this organization, they are so impressed with me. They keep on asking me, where did you learn this? Where did you learn that? And trust me, my only answer is Kraftshala. After coming here, I got such a specialized knowledge in digital marketing, which really helped me. So just trust the process. Be patient to yourself. You don't have to be hard on yourself. Trust me, they are there to help you. So just trust the process. And if you're stuck somewhere, just tell them they are there. So yeah.